What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the newest episode of It's a Rando Wrestling with My Thoughts Part 2.
I'm totally here.
No, you're not. But last off, we talked about Gunther. Now, I want to get you guys' thoughts about Sami Zayn.
For Sami Zayn having the title because Sami Zayn never had it either.
He deserves it, bro. That performance in that Bloodline storyline.
He put his all into it. That's why I'm like, of all people, I think maybe let Sami have it for a few months because they need to stop. Only certain people I think should have it for over a year. They shouldn't keep giving people title reigns for a year if they don't deserve it.
For the people that they don't believe could be the face, I think like Roman, he's the face of the company, whether it be heel or baby face. He's the face of the company right now.
Yeah,
because even though he's not there all the time, like, because he can't have a full-time schedule anymore like everybody because of his...
and then people be mad at Roman, but they do got to remember, like, this man was just in remission. Like, they can come back and bother him at any moment.
Yeah, so, that's why he got, like, a Brock Lesnar, as, you know...
I'm sure he's like...
Right. But you gotta look at it this way, too. He's still wrestling on normal shows, though. When he cut, like, he still does. Like, it may be once in a blue moon. Brock, ever since he's come back, he has never wrestled on a Raw or a SmackDown.
Right.
Besides it be... No, let me take that back. Besides it being when Fox wanted it to be. You know, when he wrestled Kofi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, think about it. Like, even though people like, he has a Brock Lesnar contract, I'm like, yeah, but no, he still does live events. Yeah, he still does house shows. He still does.
Also, I feel like he deserved it though. That man was, like y'all said, when they was shoving him down our throat and everybody was booing his ass.
Yeah.
He been there nonstop. Like even when he was sick, he left. He came right the fuck back, started back working.
Right.
Like Roman was putting in the work. So it's like, I'm not mad at him for having that. Like, he deserved the money he getting. He deserved the break he getting. Like, come on now. Somebody else would be going through cancer and be like, that's it. I got to retire.
Right.
But he still fucking came back. So I really respect him. And I was happy because I know he was putting in all that work with the big dog shit. And everybody was hating his ass. So I was like, I'm actually happy that he actually getting a good run before he'd be like, I'm probably going to get ready to... He probably going to go to Hollywood, too.
Yeah.
So he probably... At least I'm getting this good run before. So I'm like, I'm happy for the guy. Like, people be talking shit, but it's like, man, y'all don't realize the stuff he went through. Like,
I started liking Roman when, toward the end of his big dog gimmick, right when the pandemic happened, when he challenged Goldberg, because I could slowly see, like, the shift in his character a little bit. Like, they showed he had a little shift when he came back from that leukemia stuff. Like, it wasn't the same. Like, he wasn't the same.
That shift, I didn't think anybody else noticed that shift.
It was something different. And then when he put out the little video saying, like, I'm not wrestling because, you know, I got leukemia, and like COVID, he high risk for COVID and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. But I'm like, man, I was actually excited to see that match with him and Goldberg because I'm like, his character started to change. I'm like, I slowly started becoming a fan of him. But when he came back at SummerSlam, I'm like, they just turned this man heel. As soon as he speared Bray Wyatt, I'm like, they just turned this man to a bad guy. I know they just did. Look at his fucking...
When we came back without the vest, I was like, it's over.
When I saw that shirt wreck everyone and leave, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a heel. Ain't no baby face finna say that, bro. Ain't no baby face. Unless they finna make him an anti-hero, I'm like, nah, he's a heel. He's a heel, like, through and through. I'm like,
he knew that for his character because he always had that. I personally, I don't care too much for the big dog image. Like, I appreciate it, but like, I like this Roman. Like, he
a
Roman,
boss.
I love you.
He a straight up boss.
But you disgust me. Okay, you disgust me. Okay, but I learned to love you. I was not a fan of Roman Reigns at first.
And
the big dog image is what killed it for me.
He found his catchphrase.
He did. He found it. I was over with. When he came back with the tattoo got bigger, and he came back with no vest. I was like, it's over with, man. They're about to kill this whole industry with this guy.
Yeah, like he
well deserved.
Like I said, he found his catchphrase. Like how The Rock got his couple catchphrases. Like Roman found that one thing that can be rememberable. Every time he come to a town, he say the name of the town. acknowledge me. And I love this gimmick because you know what this gimmick reminds me of? He's it reminds me of like the Godfather, and he's like a top, like a mafia boss or something.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like it so much, because his mic skills and from what I get from, have y'all watched the WWE Evil stuff on Peacock?
Yeah.
Where they talk about the heels. From what I'm hearing, they say he acting like himself. Like he actually, like, he not a jackass in real life, of course, but like he's put it on his real self, but mixing it with the character that he created, the new character that he created. And I actually like it. Like, I like it. He's manipulative as hell. Like, he's able to bring, like, come on. Like like yesterday, Sammy was talking about, look, you're just mad because you want the first one to hit him with that chair. And I'm like, that's true. Because if anything, if somebody needs to dethrone Roman, it should be Jay.
That's what I personally thought too.
Yeah, it should be Jay, because Sammy said it the best last night. It's like, bro, he was like, I just chose not to take that abuse. I'm like, you still decide to take it because you're using that excuse. He's your family. I'm
hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but what would be a good idea that they could do is what if the first night Jay and Jimmy, they lose the titles, and then they act like it's because of Roman. So now Jay really pissed off at Roman and be like, now I want your title, and then they can have Roman defend against Cody and then defend against Jay.
Ooh. I mean,
and he can drop both titles that way.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I honestly would not be mad at that at all, because as much as I want Cody to win, I think I want Jay to win just as much.
Me too.
That's where it started.
Because he was putting in the fucking work, man. Like during that fucking, when Jimmy was injured, Jay was fucking putting in that work. That man was at every fucking live event. He was at every fucking show doing his thing. Like he was there. And then it's like Cody, we know Cody was putting in the work, but his work didn't get noticed in WWE. He got noticed somewhere else. He went somewhere else and made himself big, because WWE they didn't want him to stop doing that Stardust shit. That's why he left, because he's like, I want to be myself.
That shit was horrible.
It was horrible.
And he still poke fun at that shit too.
But that's what I'm saying.
You gotta make fun of it.
You got to make fun of it. But that's what I'm saying. Like Cody went somewhere else and made a name for himself and made them be like, damn, we should have believed in him. And now he's back. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool with Cody. In my opinion, I don't care if you win, because it's like, you wasn't in here putting in that work. They ain't believing your work. Like, Jay was here doing it. Sammy's been here doing it. I feel like it's other people that's actually been there that's been doing it.
Jay need to win that Oscar for supporting actor.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like
that whole
said,
bloodline,
Sammy and Jay work in the bloodline has been, like we was talking about when we first started talking. That's what's been keeping WWE going.
Oh yeah, that whole line is Oscar worthy. They deserve that writer or whoever sat down and made that bloodline storyline. They deserve an Oscar.
Dude, yeah, because that, I'm gonna be honest, I slowly started falling off of wrestling a little bit. It got to the point where I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch the full show. I'm about to just watch these clips online, and I'm like, I'll understand the story from that, because you already know they're gonna do promos before the pay-per-view matches. I was just watching the pay-per-view matches.
Right.
But what drew me back in was this bloodline storyline, because I'm like, man, this shit is actually good. Like, what the I'm like, this tribal chief and stuff, shit like that. I'm like, this is actually good. This is the best shit we've had in years. Like, like, man, like it's actually for real storytelling going on. It was a build up, because like when Roman came back, the moment that they showed Jay come up to him and give him praise and all that, like talking about anything you need, I got you type shit, like leaning into their rivalry. I'm like, okay, they're leaning into, they're gonna align the Usos with Roman. Like, you already knew they were gonna do that. So it went on. The more and more the fights went on, I'm like, all right, Jimmy's gonna get involved with this somehow. Then eventually he get involved. Then Jay, says I quit just to protect his damn brother. Just to protect his damn brother. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no matter what, through all this stuff, the Usos are gonna always stick together no matter what the decision is. So Roman just flat out abused both of their asses, and I already knew they were gonna fall in line. Jimmy tried to kind of, be on the fences and like kind of be like, man, look, you my brother, I only rock with you and shit like that. And Roman, making it seem like Roman say didn't matter, but he ended up falling in line too.
Yeah.
Falling in line too. So I'm like, okay, so everything is falling into place. Now, when Sammy comes in, I didn't expect no shit like that. Like, that was the unexpected stuff. I thought they were just going to end up just, like, he trying to get in. They just going to end up whipping his ass. I'm like, man, hell no, you can't join. But where I praise this is because when Sammy started to join, this is when Triple H started taking over. So I'm like, I immediately got Evolution vibes because remember, I don't know if y'all remember that storyline when Eugene joined Evolution. Like, he made it seem like he joined Evolution for a while just so he could use him to get, to get back his world title and to keep his world title.
I never even noticed that. Yeah,
so I'm like this shit giving me that type of vibe. I'm like, oh, okay, and it kind of played out like that, but immediately when they involved Kevin Owens, I'm like, oh, okay, so this Sammy shit not gonna last that long. And they're gonna turn on him or he's gonna turn on them.
Right.
But like I said, even though I kind of like thought about stuff like that, I was still pleased with the final result because that was heartbreaking at the end of Royal Rumble when they turned on him. That shit was heartbreaking.
Yeah, I was like, poor Sammy. Jeez.
Like, that was heartbreaking, man.
But y'all know Kevin Owens gotta trust the nigga to sit there and be handcuffed and keep letting them fucking kick him in his face.
True. What the hell? I'm like, what is he finna do? But immediately when he was looking at Roman with that chair, I'm like, yeah, he's finna hit him. He's gonna hit him. He's just waiting. He waiting for him to turn and just look at Kevin and bow, hit his ass with that chair. But now
I was waiting for
it. Yeah. Now, Jazz, that predict that prediction that you were talking about where you were saying that they lost their titles and then they make it a triple threat match. I also had a theory about something like that. I think that Sammy and Kevin are gonna win.
Yeah.
And then after that, I feel that Jay gonna be like, I don't really got no further ties to Roman because like those championships is what's really holding them all together.
Right.
I honestly thought that Jay was probably gonna interfere with the Cody and Roman match and cost Roman the title on purpose. Yeah. Like somehow the ref get knocked out and Jay comes in and Roman thinks, yeah, he finna help me. Then he super kicks him and then super splashes his ass. And then
that would actually be perfect because when I tell you the crowd gonna fucking go crazy, they gonna go crazy. Like, but this is my fear for the Usos. Same as with the Street Profits. If Jimmy started doing his thing, Jay gonna get lost in the shuffle. That's true. Like that be the thing when they break up these fucking teams. Like when you break them up, then it's always one person that they don't know what to do with.
Yeah, right. Because that brother versus brother stuff doesn't work.
It seems like they're trying to break up American Alpha now too. And it's like they gonna use Otis for the funny shit for so long, right? Until they get tired of him, and then it's like you ain't gonna really see Otis no more, or you ain't gonna see Gable no more. It's like somebody.
They're really trying to push Chad. Yeah, they're trying to push Chad. Chad's getting his I forgot what match it was. It was I think that was last Monday.
Yeah, the set was it Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes or no? It was Seth and Chad.
That match. Yep. Yeah. So he's getting matches like that, and he's actually looking pretty good in
those matches. That dude, man! Oh my god! Not to cut you off, but that dude, he probably just like the Miz. He is underrated as hell, bro.
Yeah, man.
He's been one of the best since they got him, but they don't know how to use him.
Yeah. Yep. It's like he could, people be like, he could be the next Kurt Angle. I'm like, yeah, but he could also be something greater. Like, that dude.
Yeah, right. Seriously. Because he's even started than Kurt Angle, so he could definitely be better than that.
Like he, in my opinion, only thing he don't have over Kurt Angle was winning a goddamn Olympic medal. That's about it. But, I mean, in my opinion, he probably just didn't apply for the Olympics. He's more athletic than Kurt Angle ever was.
Right.
Yeah.
That man.
Gable is the truth, and I feel like that's somebody else. They get treated like shit. Like it's so many people that they got, and they don't use. Like same with Ricochet. Y'all got some niggas that be putting on some good ass matches.
Man, they shit on
and y'all
Ricochet too
using them
much for
so
me.
bogus.
Like, they shit on Ricochet way too much for me, man. Like, they were trying to make him and Braun Strowman a tag team, bro. Stop.
That was some silly shit right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, come on, man.
I think they tried to do that to redeem Braun because Braun ass was on social media talking shit about flippy niggas, talking about some all them flippy guys. I don't like talking shit. So they probably like, you got to redeem yourself. Now you finna have to be partners with this flippy nigga to make it seem like you ain't really got no problem with people. I think Braun is another nigga that just puts his foot in his mouth too fucking much. That's why his ass.
That's why they don't give him no push.
I think that's why he got released the first time though.
I think so. He talks too much.
Yeah, I think so because he don't know how to keep. He don't really know how to keep his mouth shut. But it's like you talking about motherfuckers being flippy and stuff like that. But it's like, bruh, dude, they're taking more risks than you. Motherfucker, you do a backflip, you still at risk for breaking your neck if you land wrong.
Like Joshua, when he tried to get up off the ring floor doing the oh my god, I wish I had that clip. But yeah, it's when Braun Strowman was trying to be all athletic, but you gonna mess around, pull your Achilles, bro. Stop playing, man.
Seriously,
it's not you.
That's not your ring style, bro. Like you need to stick to your ring style. Like you damn near I don't know if he is 7 foot or whatever the fuck ever, but stick to that powerhouse stuff. Don't stick to jumping up, like trying to jump the top rope and doing all that stuff. Like you don't need to be doing all that, bro. Yeah, like man. That's how y'all careers be ending and stuff.
And I knew they wasn't gonna give Ryan no push when they let Gunther beat his ass straight up. I'm like, he didn't piss them off because everybody else that was like a threat, Gunther somehow cheated to beat them. But Braun, if y'all think about it, they sent the other Imperium to the back, and Gunther beat his ass straight up. Yeah. So I'm like, Braun just lost that match.
Right. And see, that's what I like about Gunther because he don't need Imperium to interfere with his matches to win.
And they need to stop making it seem like he do though. Because then they make people be like, well, how tough really is he? You know, like every other match, they ain't had jumping in a match, but he don't need help to stop having them jump in his shit.
Seriously.
Yeah, man. Gunther's a beast, man.
Dude.
I can't wait to I wish it would have been him versus Brock at Mania. Like
I think that would have been an entertaining match.
I feel like we got cheated because of that.
Now see, look,
I think Brock has a choice on who, and he be saying he don't be wanting to face certain people. Yep. Because they said Brock told them that he did not want to work with Kevin Owens. So I think if Brock don't want to work with a nigga,
he didn't want to work for Samoa Joe either.
That's what I'm saying. So I think if it's somebody in particular, he'd be like, I don't want to work with them because what the fuck almost come from?
Yeah.
Now look,
that? Like, I can't even see him like picking him up F5. What is this? No?
Look, I actually want to see how that match is gonna come out because
you know how it's gonna come out. It's gonna be that Crown Jewel Part 2.
I mean, he's straight. Look, a part of me is like, yeah, they're gonna do that, but a part of me is like, I hope they don't do it because, dude, almost kind of bitched him this past Monday though. Like, he bitched him this past Monday. Like, he pushed him out. Like, not even that man almost hand is bigger than Brock's head. That motherfucker palmed his head like a basketball and pushed him out the ring.
But that's why
they need to give my man Omos some push, man.
Seriously,
but I mean, I think if Omos gets some more push, like he need to get better in the ring, though.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
He is so 100%. Botchy. Like, I think if he better in the ring, hell yeah, like he's a fucking threat because he tall, he big, like. People, and then he got MVP as his mouthpiece. Like people gonna be like, "Oh hell yeah!" But he got to get better in the ring. Man,
he
be doing all that yelling, talking about this my house, and it's like, nigga, you barely connected with the big boot, like.
And then it's like you slow as hell too, like
you very fucking slow, like slow motion punches and shit. Like, bro, how you hit that slow and still missing? Like, he gotta get in the ring. He needs to be practicing.
Yeah, he definitely does. He needs a little bit more work. And like, because I think people that are that big don't know their own like strength sometimes, or don't know how slow they move. They like because like think about it, like he's 7'3", he moving around the ring. He like, oh man, I'm keeping up with these motherfuckers. Like I'm actually pretty quick for my size. But he go back and review the tapes. It's like no, like you kind of slower than him. So they're like they gotta like slow down their pace for you. So. You gotta figure out a way to move quicker because I think that's what I think that what was the problem with the Great Khali.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he
so much talent, but he was just slow.
He was slow. Like if he could speed up the process, with his other opponents, I think he would have been, they would have pushed him a little bit more. But I think with him, he had like a knee illness, like some type of illness with his knees or something. And
he could. A lot of big guys have that, like something with their feet, their knees. I mean, it's gravitational pull. I mean, it happens.
Because it's like that man big as hell. Because looking at it now, if I see somebody that's 7'3", I just immediately think, oh man, this motherfucker finna be slow as hell. like running.
You're not catching me, nothing.
Like I just automatically think like you finna be slow and you finna resort to chops or picking a motherfucker up and choke slamming them or something like that. Like you're gonna do more. But like almost, yeah. I like what Jess said. I honestly think he needs to improve though. He does because I see the potential in him, but being that big,
they want to make him a giant and really bring back the Hurt Business and make it look like these niggas dominant. He got to get some work.
Yeah, and then with the Hurt Business, I really hate how they broke them up.
Yeah, they should have never broke them up,
dude.
Because all of them was good as fuck in the ring. Like Bobby to be that damn old, that man be keeping up.
Bruh, Bobby is one of my favorites now. One of my favorites. Yeah, I love Bobby ever since 07. Like that dude, like I hate that they did not give him a push. Like he should have beat John Cena at the Great American Bash 2007. Because dude, that dude is just great. And then when they paired him up with Brock, I was excited. But the way that they keep ending their matches is bullshit. Like bullshit,
like
bro.
Last match was bullshit.
Brock win clean. I mean, not they don't want to let Brock win clean. They don't want to let Brock lose clean to Bobby. So they keep just doing some little fuck shit to make it seem like remember at first Roman jumped in the match. Like they make it like Bobby can't really beat Brock heads up, and it's like stop doing Bobby like that. Like
I mean, if y'all remember, do y'all remember the Elimination Chamber when Bobby Lashley was in the match?
Dude,
but he got injured in the pod, and I think Brock ended up winning that match.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bobby got injured and he couldn't participate because he had a concussion. And then Brock, that's when he F5 off the theory off the pod and all that. You know?
But if y'all remember, Bobby was actually legit injured because Brock Lesnar had fucked up his shoulder for real. Like, because Brock Lesnar be tossing them niggas and them suplexes and don't give a fuck. Like, I think Bobby's shoulder was dislocated, so then they planned that shit to make it like he had a concussion because he actually couldn't wrestle. That's why I'm like, Brock be fucking niggas up for real too, though.
And you see, and what kills me is that they also go back to the MMA records. Fucking Bobby Lashley has a perfect MMA record compared to Brock. And the thing about it is, Bobby has had more fights than Brock in MMA. Way more fights than Brock. And they just like, but Brock fought some legitimate people. But it's like, bruh, I'm pretty sure Bobby Lashley would have wiped the floor with their asses too. Because you gotta think about it. Brock didn't just win the matches like he didn't break a sweat. He had to, he literally had a tough time fighting Frank Mir and and shit like that. And
I saw one of his matches. He was getting his ass stomped.
Yeah, and then Brock gets gas. He gets gas pretty quick. Like he face turning red, sweating heavily. Bobby don't get Bobby sweat heavily, but he don't get gas like that.
Yeah, exactly. He sweat, but his matches be long. He can go long ass matches.
It's like, if anything, if Cody does split the championships up, I'm gonna be honest, I would love a long-term Bobby Lashley reign because he can go like that. That man is good. He's been good since the early 2000s, man. That man can go. The endurance, his endurance is just high.
Yeah, I mean he was in the military, so
exactly,
right.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like you gotta with WWE gotta stop doing they gotta stop thinking about who's necessarily not who's getting over all the time, because you can get people over. It's just let people do what they do. Let Bobby be champion and do what he does, and I guarantee he'll get over with the crowd because he's already over right now.
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be the heel in the Bray Wyatt feud. And
but they stopped that. Y'all heard Bray Wyatt out and
right.
Walked out.
And he already said he not stopping. He was like, anybody want to take up the challenge for WrestleMania, let me know. It was like, because he's still having his match. Because, like, they need to stop fucking him over, man. He came back to this company because he was promised good matches with Brock. He was promised good matches with Brock. And what happened? Both matches were bullshit. The first match, Roman interfered. Second match, motherfucking, they had Brock low blow Bobby because Brock couldn't get out the fucking hurt lock or whatever the fuck it was. It's like, they need to stop doing that shit. Because people want to see this man thrive. They want to see this man go places in this company, and y'all have the tools to give him to go places, but y'all fucking him over. Like,
exactly.
Like, y'all giving him a flathead when he need what's the other screwdriver? A Phillips head. A Phillips. Y'all giving him a flathead when he need a fucking Phillips. Like you fucking him over.
He be putting in work, man. To be as old as he is, most niggas get his age and be like, I can't go like that. He still be going. Like, that's why I be mad when they be doing him like that. Because I'm like, that's my guy, man. Fucking Bobby Lashley.
Right. Yeah. And I love the Hurt Business, man. Like,
man,
they could have been as good as the Bloodline. Like, if they would have put as much effort as they did in the Bloodline with the Hurt Business, they would have been where the Bloodline is right now.
I mean, can y'all imagine a Hurt Business versus the Bloodline? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I wanted that match.
That would have been amazing. Like,
because
Bobby versus Roman, for, you know what I'm saying? They missed their mark with a lot of these wrestlers. I promise you.
Yeah. Because don't get me wrong.
I think the issue is they said that that I want to say they said Vince don't have faith in somebody. They won't name, but I'm like, it got to be Cedric Alexander because they saying Vince don't have faith in somebody that was in the group. That's why he wanted to break it up. But I'm like, it gotta be Cedric because I know it ain't Bobby, and I can't really see it being Shelton. Like, Shelton been wrestling for like fucking 25 years, and they do Shelton. They gave Shelton ass a fucking. He was on main event, fucking celebrating his 30-year wrestling career. Are you
this man out here is taking
now look
to a high degree.
Hey, Shelton for 2023 Hall of Fame inducted. 2023, 2023.
He can still wrestle after that.
Yeah, 2023 or 2024. But I mean, because look, I think they trying to get away from inducting people from Hall of Fame if they not active no more. Because Rey Mysterio is still fully active, and this motherfucker going in the Hall of Fame.
Of course,
because
he's probably gonna have a match the night of.
Yeah, because here's where they killed me though. Because initially Batista was supposed to be the head person for this year's Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
but they changed it. But why not you could have did something different. Like, they could have been two heads. Like, those two's careers, like, because sometimes I can't always think of Batista and just think of Evolution or his world title run. Like, he did a lot of shit with Rey Mysterio. Like, he actually did do a lot of shit with Rey Mysterio. They won the tag titles together. Hell, they best friends. Why couldn't they both headline the Hall of Fame? And each, like, Rey inducts Batista and Batista inducts Rey. Like, could have been that. But, I don't know. Maybe next year. But Shelton Benjamin, I really hope this year or next year. Because he deserves it, man. That man athletic as hell. And he put on some really good matches. And I think the only thing with him is that he hasn't won a world title. And that's it. But that's WWE fault. Because he's more than proved that he could have been a world champion. He don't have to be. See, crazy thing with WWE, when they think of world champions, the face of the company. Like, you don't have to always have a goddamn face of the company. Because you can look like a face of the company doesn't have to be world champion all the time. Because John Cena is damn near still the face of the company because of his goddamn merchandise sales.
Right, we see the nigga on the game. Don't even be there.
Got a whole game dedicated to him.
WWE 2K23 just copped that. That's about to get played.
You know, since we on the games, don't y'all just miss the old SmackDown and SmackDown versus Raw? Like, the shit that you can used to do in these games. Like, Here Comes the Pain. No, not Here Comes the Pain. Well, I'm going to get to that one. Shut your mouth. You could climb the damn fist. The damn SmackDown fist.
The
And
SmackDown is
like the old school wrestling games, man, like I really miss those because there wasn't too much realism in them, and you could do just a bunch of jokey stuff and just have fun doing whatever. Now, like you gotta be real, like realistic. You gotta set somebody up for a special move or something. Like if that,
I feel like it just plays into the time period. You know, people want realism in games and stuff. So I think that's where the change came.
see,
But
I don't know.
I missed that funny stuff.
Yeah,
Booker T getting blown up at the entrance and stuff like that. I miss stuff like that. It made the game interesting.
I don't know if I'm using the right word, but I'm gonna say like I think the realism thing. Well, nah, controversial wouldn't be the right word. I can't think of the right word, but when it comes to the like realism of the wrestling games, I think it's split down the middle because you still got those fan bases who want the stuff that happened back then. Then you got the fan bases who are enjoying the realism and stuff like that. In my opinion, I kind of wish developers would just give us a happy medium with that. You know,
definitely.
Because now it don't seem like they're giving us a happy medium with these like with the wrestling games and stuff. Because it seems like you have to always set somebody up for a top rope move and stuff like that. Because people just probably just want to get in the game to play the game and just be goofy, you know, and not always want to be serious because you know the game take you away from the world and stuff like that. But I understand, you know, where it's coming from, you know, with the realism and everything. I do.
Yeah, it's just like Hogwarts. Yeah, shout out to Hogwarts as well. That game wouldn't be that game if it wasn't the realism that wasn't in that game. I promise you.
Oh yeah, because I'm still trying to beat the final boss.
I haven't gotten there yet. I just got black and white part.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You're close, but when it comes to that final boss, definitely prepare all your shit for it. Everything.
Got you.
But getting back to the WrestleMania predictions, when it goes for Charlotte and Rhea, I'm picking Rhea.
Rhea for sure.
I'm picking Rhea. Even if it ain't the right choice, I'm picking Rhea. I'm a Rhea fan over a Charlotte fan. I don't care.
They need to stop pushing Charlotte down our throats anyway. Rhea has had an amazing run with Judgment Day and past that, before that. So yeah, Rhea deserves the title for sure.
It should be Rhea.
Yeah. Now, this next one, I don't know. I'm gonna say, you know, the Edge and Finn Balor because you know Triple H is ending all rivalries with Hell in a Cell matches now.
Right.
So, I want to pick Finn. I think Finn would benefit more than Edge. Storyline
because they bringing back the demon because he was hinting at you can't deal with my demons.
Exactly.
So I think Finn is gonna win. I mean, Edge ain't gonna really benefit from winning. Like my nigga, he retired basically. Like I think Edge is just here now to put over the younger talent.
Yep. And then I know it's no, but
very, very tough. Yeah, very, very tough choice for me because Edge is one of my I made the top 10 list and Edge is I think he's number 7. So Edge is a goat for me.
Edge for Groovy? Okay.
You know,
I mean that's still understandable, your prediction for Edge, simply because if you're going based off of like who deserves this shit or basically who deserves to win it more in the as for storyline wise, I would say, like, if it was storyline wise, I would say Edge because of the hell that they put this man.
Yeah, because of the Judgment Day and all that stuff and whatnot. He started Judgment Day, they turned him and stuff. Yeah.
But as far as who needs it more, I'm just sticking with Finn because they've been fucking him over ever since his Universal title win.
Long time.
Yeah, he really needs it. But
I mean, in my opinion, I don't really care for Edge, as I never really did. I just feel like they put on like a lot of classic matches, man. When they had tag team titles meaning something. But as far as Edge, I never really care for his character. I just like the fact that I respect him because he really care about the business, and I was happy when he was able to come back because I know that fucked him up when he had to retire.
Yeah,
that was sad. He had to, but What's cool is what a lot of people can't do. He actually retired as world champion, so like nobody had to beat him for that title.
Yeah.
That was cool. But yeah,
True.
but who
But
else is on
honestly,
the?
if you want my honest opinion about the Edge and Finn match, I do believe that Finn is going to beat him
Yeah,
because I mean, um, yeah,
yeah.
Edge doesn't benefit anything from winning that match.
And this is
But
his
Finn
last
should be able to
match.
continue to push he has to continue to push the narrative that
Right.
first of all, people forget this. Like Finn was the first Universal Champion,
Yep.
but he's had a shitty run since after he got back from the injury.
Yep.
And I Finn is low key one of my favorites. I actually do like Finn.
Yeah.
Finn is somebody else that goes with what we was talking about earlier. Like he could do any fucking character. He could do heel, babyface. He gonna work it. Like he makes that shit here.
I ain't gonna lie, but I love him as a heel right now. The Prince. Oh man, that man goes.
That Prince, yes.
I love him as a heel, but yeah, he definitely can do both. Like he can switch back and forth, and he'll just blow your mind with how good he can be a baby face or a heel. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, Finn is great, man. But in my opinion, Damian Priest is good as fuck too.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they give him enough credit. They be playing him too. Like they use him for the whole Bad Bunny bullshit, and then they ain't know what to deal with him since they just put him in Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, that's very accurate.
In my opinion, after Bloodline, Judgment Day needs to win all of them.
Should have all the titles.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Finn get the Rhea,
women's.
Dominic, definitely for Dominic, push him and put some gold on him for sure.
I think Dominic needs to win a singles title.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, people literally shit on this dude, man. But he is like, in my opinion, I love all the Judgment Day, but he is the most entertaining part about them, bro. Like he is just entertaining as hell with that whole mommy and poppy stuff, and then the whole XCOM. But you can see that his character is going towards a more serious tone with him trying to get this match with Ray at WrestleMania.
And that's what's going to bring him into his character even more when he gets the match and past that match. Yeah. Of course, he's going to win the match against Ray. And then you just beat a legend. You beat your dad. They have to push him even more at that point,
Yeah, because that Judgment Day, him joining the Judgment Day was the best thing that could have ever happened to his career. Like, it really could. It really is. Because it helped him better on the mic. It actually helped him find somewhat of what kind of character he wants to be. Like for this time, at this time. And he's still, and don't get me wrong, he's still young. The man's only like what, 24, 25?
Yeah.
Dude, like, not to imagine when this man hit 30, 35, like he gonna be ingrained in the business so much now. Like he's gonna get better. From what I'm seeing, he's gonna get better. And I think this match, like if Ray does accept this match, he's gonna probably just get better, because I'm pretty sure him and Ray. Because, I'm pretty sure him and Ray actually do train together. Like, as far as, like, showing off moves and doing stuff like that. Because I think him, Angelo Dawkins, and Sasha Banks, they got the best frog splashes since Eddie Guerrero. Like, they frog splashes are really good. But I honestly hope they keep going with the Judgment Day stuff for Dominic, though. I honestly I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they don't screw it up and start trying to split them up, man.
Yeah. Because they got a good thing going. Even because I even like the Judgment Day pitch when Edge started it. Edge changing his character for years being like the rated R superstar. Like, I liked his sudden change, but at the same time though, they put a little bit of Chris Jericho shit into his stuff, into that when he first started the Judgment Day, him using the big ass words. And stuff like that, when Chris Jericho came back and started wearing the suits and stuff, and he was saying the big ass words and calling the crowds all certain types of shit and stuff. I like that they did that, but it was probably the smarter move to kind of kick him out to give more younger, well, I won't say younger, fresher talent the spotlight.
Yeah, for sure.
For WrestleMania. Bianca and Asuka. I'm gonna say
I think
Asuka.
I'm gonna say Carmella.
Carmella? Carmella?
Yo, she's not wrong. I'm proud. Like, listen, I
Bro,
wouldn't be
I'm telling
surprised
you,
if
they gonna put this. They gonna put this
they
chick
just
in
sneak
the
her into the
match.
match.
She gonna be in the
I'm
match.
telling
She gonna
you.
be like, everybody gonna be mad as fuck. Like, Carmella, no. I'm telling you, man.
Oh man,
Carmella.
that's a crazy that would be a crazy situation. But you're not wrong. They always do that with Carmella. It's like, where did she come from? She wasn't even in the match. What is this?
Saying she always supposed to be like the person that's capitalizing on something. So I feel like if it's a triple threat, they probably gonna let her ass win.
True.
Yeah.
All because she Corey Gray's wife.
Exactly. And then she had that situation with her, with her pregnancy and stuff. So they be feeling bad for people and just be like, oh, well, we just gonna give her a title. Like, that's not gonna make somebody feel better about shit they got going on in their personal life, nigga.
For real.
Yeah, they need to stop doing that, man, because that's not good for business. Like, I guarantee you, no ain't nobody finna care if she women's champion. They gonna turn the channel as soon as her segment come on the damn fucking SmackDown.
Okay. When she come out there talking about I'm bad. No, you not. Shit.
Seriously, like
I feel like if they throw her in the mix, then either maybe Bianca gonna retain because they gonna use Carmella as a way, which is still suck because we never got Asuka versus Bianca 1-on-1.
Right.
It's always somebody in a fucking match.
I'm really hoping that they stick to the plan and do Asuka and Bianca because that would be a pretty good match. I'm surprised that Asuka didn't choose Charlotte because Charlotte, what did she?
She won too.
Yeah. Like I'm surprised.
Yeah, she fucked up Asuka's streak, and if y'all notice, Asuka been sucking ever since Charlotte fucked up her streak.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me because when Asuka came into the business, he was undefeated. And I thought that was going to continue.
Undefeated all through NXT, all the way up until that WrestleMania match against Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I gotta do that to her, man. Like,
and y'all know that I think they trying to do Charlotte with the Undertaker shit. She undefeated at WrestleMania. That's why I'm scared for Rhea.
Oh God, I totally almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I think she undefeated in singles matches because remember when it was that triple threat? I think Becky won, right? When it was Ronda, Charlotte.
Yeah, she pinned Ronda.
So I think Charlotte has never like lost in a singles match at WrestleMania. That's why I was like, bro, it ain't looking too spicy for real.
Yeah.
I really noticed that.
Oh hell no! I hope they don't do that. Oh, that would be so terrible. That would be terrible.
Because I'm just fucking tired of Charlotte. Like, I think I respect her and she is talented, but I think because they shove her down our throat so fucking much, everybody like starting to not like her because we tired of her getting championships. We tired of seeing her like give other people a chance. So I think the audiences is growing tired of Charlotte because they forcing her. They doing her like they was doing Roman. But with Charlotte, it's worse because it don't fucking stop. She been getting pushed down our throat since she came to the main roster.
And not to...
listen, like, at least with Roman, they built a storyline out of it. Yeah. You know? Like, there's no storyline behind Charlotte.
There's a storyline. What you mean? The storyline is she's a nature boy. She
just come in. She just come in. I got this. This is my dad. I'm gonna do what I want. Yeah.
She ran his. It's crazy because she ran his coattails, but Ric Flair sucked too. So I don't even get it. Like Ric Flair always sucked to me. Like all he do is scream and be fucking doing that dumbass dance. Like Ric Flair.
Dumbass dance and falling out.
Yeah, man, he a goat, but yeah, y'all definitely.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. Like with Charlotte, the reason why this whole thing with Rhea not working for me, like on Charlotte's end, is because Charlotte is the good guy. She's the baby face. She sucks as a goddamn baby face because she's just this goody baby face that like you have to put in the work and like look at the promo she botched not this Friday but last Friday and calling her kid and talking to all that shit she was talking. I'm like, I don't like that Charlotte because it's not believable to me. She is so much like her promos come off just really good as a bad guy. Like she's one of them characters. She just like with Ric Flair. Ric Flair was probably a better bad guy than he ever was a good guy.
I think it's because they ass really is bad.
Oh?
Like that, it's probably like sometimes some people so good at doing shit because it's natural to them. Like if you're a natural asshole when you playing one on TV, it's gonna be like shit. I could do this. That's nothing. That's why it's so hard for them to be healed. I think that's why Dominic was struggling. That's why Naomi was struggling because they so fucking naturally nice that when somebody like you have to be mean, they like I don't know how to be mean to people. I'm just too nice.
Exactly.
But I think Charlotte is an asshole in real life, probably. That's why she like now she be trying to come off like she's so nice to the fans. And it was funny because I saw a fan comment and they was like, "This all phony." They was like, one time they was like, "This shit's so funny." One time my son tried to get her autograph and she walked right past him. I'm like, I could believe it because she looked like she's an asshole. So it was funny. She like shaking fans' hand and she like. And they like it's so fucking phony, and I'm like, that's how they be when they're supposed to be the good guy. They gotta act like they're so happy to see the kids and hugging them and shit.
And that's why I like Randy Orton so much. He didn't give a fuck. Back in
everybody said Randy was mean as fuck. They was like they
he did not care.
But to an extent, we do gotta respect their privacy though. So sometimes when they be snapping, I be like, I understand that though, because if you had a long ass day, your body beat the fuck up and a motherfucker in your face like Randy, you like, bitch, come on, I just got out this long ass fight. Like some people don't be being respectful, but I think if a fan is just being nice and like, hey, and just talking to you, that's cool. If they're not invading your privacy and trying to get you to take a picture or autograph and you don't want to do it, then it's cool. Like when I met Sasha Banks was a bitch. And I have not liked her since. And everybody would tell you I was the biggest Sasha Banks fan. Like all her shirts, all her action figures, I got everything. But I met her at a hotel. My wife and I, we had stayed at the hotel because it was the winter. It was a badass fucking winter storm. It was cold as fuck. And we had the holiday tickets. So they did the Friday Night SmackDown and the Monday Night Raw. So we stayed there over the weekend. And Sasha was just happened to be at the same hotel we was at. It was Monday night. And we in there and my wife just went up to her. She's like, "Hey, oh my God, you're Sasha. My wife, she loves you so much." And she said, so Sasha was on her phone, like, wasn't even looking at my wife. And then she just looked up and was like, "Yeah, thanks." And put her head back down. And my wife was like, "Wow, she was such a rude bitch." She was like, "I didn't ask her for a picture. I didn't ask her for an autograph. But all she had to do was just wave at you. That would have made your fucking day." Bailey was there too, and I waved at Bailey, and Bailey waved back. But I'm like, Sasha just like saying like she was irritated, like don't say shit to her, don't look at her. Her nigga was the same way though. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was in that elevator mad as fuck. I'm like, man.
I don't lie. I actually met JBL and Randy Orton at No Mercy 2007. Randy Orton actually signed my sign that me and my cousin made, but apparently I don't have the sign no more. We took pictures, and then the pictures we don't have anymore, unfortunately.
Oh.
But from what I got, they both were actually pretty decent there. Randy and JBL, they were pretty decent. JBL, JBL, I thought he was gonna be a big ass asshole. Right, I thought he was gonna be a big asshole,
especially because that's his character.
But he actually was really nice. He was really nice. And Randy Orton.
Yeah, some people say that they really be trying to stay into character even when they not, like, you know.
Yeah.
So some of them really be, if they mean on TV, then they be trying to still be mean off. Like, I'm not signing nothing, get out of my face. Like, so sometimes it be understandable, and I see why you were surprised they wasn't mean, because JBL been a bad guy since shit. He left APA.
Yeah. And that was shit, man. Him becoming a bad guy, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was actually pretty decent for him, because him being that, you know, because he's from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Him being Bradshaw in the APA, man, he was a force to be reckoned with. Like he was the more dominant one in the APA, because you look at Farouk, you'd be like, all right, you that leader, the old leader from Nation of Domination, like you ain't really do shit though, bro.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, that motherfucker Bradshaw, when they had their little fight clubs or, you know, playing poker, drinking, that motherfucker was always the first one.
Always his move. His finisher is called Clothesline from Hell.
And he really was clothesline. Like,
I don't care, fake or not. I would not want to get clotheslined by his ass.
I would not want to get, man. No way.
Hell no. I'm like, I'm not taking that bump. He gonna knock my head off for real, bro. I don't care. He made that.
I was happy that he got that reign though, because a lot of people from that back in the day, like how we was talking about Mark Henry after the sexual chocolate, like they ain't really had shit for him after that. So it's like that's why I was happy with Mark Henry and I was happy with Bradshaw, even though we didn't like Bradshaw, but that was his character. He was supposed to make you not fucking like him.
Exactly.
But I was happy that he had that reign. He got to have the world title. Like he actually got to get something going for himself before he was like, I'm done with wrestling.
Yeah.
So, like, for the next match for WrestleMania, like next WrestleMania prediction, women's tag team title match.
Who is that? I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't watched wrestling in like a month.
So Becky Lynch.
Becky to see it me every damn week. Shit.
Yeah, Becky Lynch and Lita are the women's tag team champions.
Yeah. I saw that online, but I didn't know like who they facing.
Yeah.
At Mania?
Damage Control.
Again, but we just
right. Then they win the titles from
them. But there's a rumor going around, a big rumor that's like, I want to say 85% confirmed. Trish is gonna turn on Becky and Lita.
Yeah.
And it's gonna lead to a Becky and Trish fight match at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I if that is the case, then I do see Damage Control winning them back.
Yeah, me too.
But personally, with that whole thing, I wish the tag team titles would have just been Lita and Trish, and that's probably why they're gonna import Trish into that whole thing.
Yeah, right. They just trying to have something Becky to do. But that would have been a Trish and Lita coming back, winning tag team titles.
Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been dope.
But here's the thing. They set it up this past Monday because Damage Control jumped Trish and knocked her out cold. And Lita and Becky were nowhere to be found.
Oh, man. They setting it up nice.
Yeah, they setting it up. So I think that's what's going to go. So, yeah, I think Damage Control. Because the thing with Damage Control is they not on the same page right now either. Because,
Yeah, they're because even Bailey going to NXT to do the whole thing with Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, I'm still fucked up about that. They fired Mandy Rose for no reason.
Judy, I feel so sorry for you, Miss Dolan. I'm sorry, she kicked you in the face, and it was all over your face. Her boot print was on your face. It was ugly.
Like Damage Control, I see winning. That and I think Trish is gonna be the one to cost it.
Yeah, I can see it.
And then who else is on the card for? Because I know there's a night 1 and night 2. There's a secret match, like a match that's planned, but I don't know which night. It's Braun Strowman versus the Viking Raiders. That's the rumor that's going around.
I know.
I'm just gonna say Braun Strowman to get it out the way.
But they don't know what to do with the Viking Raiders, and it sucks because they actually are a talented ass tag team.
Yeah, they are.
They keep repackaging these niggas and bringing them back just for them to disappear again. Like I don't know what they doing with them, and it's like it sucks because they actually fucking good. But it goes back to what I was saying. Like they don't be knowing what to do with people.
Yeah,
y'all done brought Sarah Logan back and added her into the mix, and she's just be walking around black ass face. Like what is y'all actually doing? Like they barely on TV.
Like they brought Johnny Gargano back, and just to bring him back to NXT.
That's what I said too. And he was on NXT damn near tears. Someone said, "This is my last time here. This is my home. Thank you guys. I'm leaving here." And then I look up and the nigga back on there. I'm like, in my opinion, Gargano coming back to NXT does nothing for NXT or Gargano.
It doesn't.
Because Gargano is not a big name to where people like, holy shit. Like when they did it with Finn Balor, it was different because motherfuckers was like, oh man, come on now. The Prince, hell yeah. But I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest. Like Gargano, nobody really was like jumping out their seat and slapping the TV like this is incredible.
Right.
So it's like
I wasn't even excited for what he said. I was like, oh, they brought him back. That's
right. I wasn't even excited for Gargano with his match with his rivalry with Ciampa. Like I was rooting for Ciampa the whole time.
Right.
Ciampa used to do his fucking thing. I ain't gonna lie. Again, I'm not a hater of Gargano. Like I respect the man, but he's not like don't get me wrong. He did his fucking thing in that Elimination Chamber match. Like him, he was fucking doing it all. Like he fucking whole ass hit his head on the side of the chamber and everything. Like he was putting it on the line, but as like a wrestler, like he don't entertain me in his matches. Like I don't be like fuck. But I think when he got a match with stipulation, he gonna show out. So I don't really be caring to see him. And it's like they don't even know what to do with him either because y'all got him on the main roster. He been getting his ass beaten every match. So it's like
and there was supposed to be theory in him when he came back, you know, on some revenge, whatever the case, whatever. But then that like they didn't even have a match. That just like deteriorated out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. And I ain't trying to wish bad on people, but another group that I think gonna be on their way back out the door is fucking Hit Row. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not. Look, my man can't take he can't take a flip over the top rope, man. Of course they're getting out of here, man. Someone about to kill himself.
Because if y'all notice, they was getting some, you know, they was on there doing their thing a little bit, having a couple matches, might win here and there. But ever since that happened to Top Dollar, they've been treating them like shit. Like the heat is real with them. I think they like really pissed off by him doing that, and they just like. That's it. Because maybe they ain't know who ass was gonna do that.
Ain't on board with the braids and Top Dollar. Because they're talking about because with the new Hurt Business, because I think Bobby Lashley is rumored that he might not even be in the new Hurt Business. I think the new Hurt Business might be Street Profits, him and Omos MVP.
Oh, you know who that was? That wasn't Ashanti the Adonis. That was Carmelo Hayes.
That was Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes is all as fuck. I'm talking about that nigga doing his fucking thing. Like he entertained.
I hope he beats him. Hope he beat Braun at the at Standard Deliver, honestly.
But think about it. If he gonna come to the main roster, he gonna lose.
Yeah, because it's like they always fuck over the people they bring up to the main roster if they wasn't really, like for example, Triple H takes pictures with the people he thinks is probably gonna be the top people on the roster, like Ciampa, Sasha Banks, and stuff like that. And the people who ended up getting called up, getting the shit into the stick.
Yeah,
I think the only exception is probably Ciampa because he came on the main roster and was paired up with the Miz, and nothing happened. Like I think that's probably the only exception. But other than that, those are the only, the people that he mainly take pictures with. That'd be the ones that actually thrive, like on the main roster.
And they be what they be calling the Triple H guys. Like he really be like fucking with them hard because there's people that he go to bat for. Like that's why he brought Bronson Reed back because he went to bat for. And honestly, Bronson Reed was good as fuck. I seen him in NXT.
I don't know why they got rid of him in the first place. Like that guy, he's a tank.
It was Vince. Like Vince don't know really good talent, man. Like look at the people. Like I ain't trying to diss people, but I don't know if we talked about it in this conversation or if I heard it from somebody else. But they keeping that Mansoor nigga around because of the Saudi Arabia contract.
Listen, what's crazy though? Like
I haven't seen Mansoor on a live match, like on Raw SmackDowns. For how long?
He was just Mansoor.
They could do something with him though. Like nobody sees this. Like you can put him in a faction with Jinder Mahal and Veer, and then you can put. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you could do so many things with Mansoor, but they just don't know what to do.
Shit, they already sent Jinder ass back to NXT.
They might as well send him back to NXT.
They sent him back to NXT with the Veer. Remember they had Veer Mahal supposed to be so tough on Raw, beating everybody. They sent his ass to NXT. Jinder and some other Indian, they all in the group now. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, they don't be knowing what to fucking do with people. Like,
because they
at one point, right?
They have so many good people. It's like they don't know. That's why they don't know what to do with people. Because like they want people because just to have them. Like they sign with us and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like you sign these people, you don't know. It's like, how you gonna sign these people? You know what the hell to do with them? Like if
what you said was the best way. What you just said, they want them just to say, "I got them."
Right. It's like it shouldn't be about I got them. It's like you need to figure out what you're gonna do. Hire writers that can elevate them a little bit more. Like get them, cause come on. If you take Vince McMahon off the picture, you can make better storylines. Don't get me wrong, cause if you think about it, Vince McMahon has been running the same storylines ever since he's been owner, when he was owner of the company up until when he wasn't. it's like you got the same storylines. You got even though you got storylines where that wasn't pitched. Like he tried to do the incest storylines and shit like that.
Yep.
So it's like you don't have that now. It's like just hire writers that can write characters good, or better yet, give your talent the control to
control their own character. Yes.
Exactly, of their own character. Like how y'all doing with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has full control over his character right now.
And apparently that's kind of to his detriment at the moment because he doesn't know where.
As soon as he heard Vince come, as soon as he heard that Vince came back, that man ran running. He was like, "I'm not messing with this dude."
Yeah, and I don't blame him. I really don't.
I think the issue be that, like y'all said, they not giving them control of their characters, and then y'all get mad at these people because the characters don't work, and y'all firing these motherfuckers based off characters y'all making them have.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like let them control their own gimmick and see where it goes, because maybe it should. At least if they getting fired, it's from characters they created. Y'all give the motherfuckers no way Jose and then telling the nigga he fired when don't nobody want to dance. Like, what the fuck? Y'all the one got him coming out to the ring fucking dancing, like, and now you want to fire somebody over that. So I be like, they do be doing bogus shit because it's like people getting released off of characters that they didn't even have no control over. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
that is fucked over, like big time. Because what the problem with WWE is they don't never want to open that forbidden door. Like they don't see like what these other companies are doing as good. Like you see them like, oh, I have to be in control of the storylines, or like where this character goes, or like what gimmick this character has to portray and stuff like that. Like it's like, no, open that forbidden door, allow other companies to collaborate with you, and you can learn from them and they can learn from you.
Exactly.
Because y'all sort of did it already with Mickie James. She was the Impact Women's Champion. Coming into the match, and y'all let her last in that match quite a while. But I mean, she didn't win. We already knew she wasn't gonna win.
We knew that, right?
But
we knew that.
But
she was there,
right? So it's like, what's the problem with opening that that forbidden door and allowing other companies to come in? Because let's go back to the end, like right toward the end of the Attitude Era. Invasion storyline. You had WCW and ECW. You had Stephanie with ECW. You had Shane with WCW.
Right.
It's like you literally can incorporate shit like that into your product now. But the thing about it is you don't have to have it be who's better or who's better, who's worse. Just a rivalry in general. Like you can let these people in New Japan come on and have dream matches with people that's on your roster.
Like I would love to see a Takahashi match in the WWE.
Right, exactly. I would love to see that match. It's like it's people in New Japan and AEW. I would love to see have matches with like Seth Rollins. Or I'm not gonna even say Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes used to be partial owner of the fucking AEW shit. I guess.
Right, I mean, Cody Rhodes has also done the New Japan as well. So I mean, Cody Rhodes been everywhere.
Because you see, you got people like John Moxley, like they got like AEW opens that forbidden door, like they got partnerships with New Japan, and John Moxley he was the United States champion for New Japan, and he. They were having matches and stuff. Even though he, either if he didn't win or didn't lose, it wasn't no heartfelt shit. It's all about what the fans, it's all about the fans. Like they taking it in as greed, because it's like what's gonna make the most money. But it's like it shouldn't be about what makes the most money. It should be what pleases your fan base more. Because because the fan base is what's gonna bring the money in. If the fans are behind, let's say if they open a forbidden door, John Moxley has matches with people in WWE. That's going to open the door. Like, you're going to have merchandise sales. Because it's like, if it's a partnership, you're going to have merchandise sales for both AEW and WWE. It could be for John Moxley, Seth Rollins, whatever. Like, it's opening that forbidden door and allowing matches to happen that people want happen. Because I know a lot of WWE fans want Kenny Omega to come to WWE.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming for sure.
He's coming.
He's done. And with him, I feel like he's gonna bring the Young Bucks, and that's gonna open up the tag team realm
Right.
again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just like you said, open up the forbidden door, man. It's like it's a lot of talent that I see because I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately. You know, MLW, you know, New Japan. It's like it's a whole lot of talent out there that I can
Right.
see wrestling with the talent in the WWE, but y'all just don't want to be open minded. I don't.
They selfish, I think.
They just want all the money for themselves. They want all the
They want all
merchandise
the money.
rights.
They don't want people to be, I guess, to leave their product and be like, damn, that person came from over there. We got to start watching that. But that's like a fear thing. Like, because if y'all steady keep saying y'all the best, then you know what I mean? You got to act like you the best. What you acting scared for about other people possibly taking over, you know what I mean? Or getting just as much business as you getting. Like, that's kind of selfish. Like, but that's how I think they think. Like, no, we're not going to have that. Because then they going to start bringing New Japan more fans. And they're not going to take our business. But like you said, that would be so good for, like, wrestling as a whole. Like, it's not just about WWE all the time, but that's how they think. They so used to being on the top, they don't want to share that top spot with nobody. They feel like this is our spot. Y'all stay where y'all at.
Yeah, but
they don't view no other company as a threat.
Exactly. Like that's been a mentality since the early 80s. If we talk about predictions for the John Cena and Austin Theory match,
I think Theory's going to take that.
Yeah,
Theory, yeah. I want Theory to take it. Yeah, I think.
I heard a bunch of people saying like, "Oh, John Cena's gonna win. There's no reason for Theory to win and all." And I'm like, "Why the fuck would Cena win?
There's
like,
no benefit." Yep.
It's nothing for him to gain.
When he comes, like, he's passing the throne, and they like, what has Theory done? Bitch, he's been there working. Like, some people just be saying some stupid stuff sometimes. Because I'm just like, I don't get what people be complaining about. Like,
right.
They're here, he's here, he's working hard. Cena want to pass the crown to him. That's usually what older talent do. They want to put over young talent. Why would Cena come and fucking win? Like, what does that even matter for Cena to win?
Right. Anything for him.
Right. What is it going to do for him? Is he trying to start an Undertaker rivalry? Like, is he trying to be undisputed at WrestleMania? No. So it's like, what the fuck is Cena gaining from winning?
True.
So he can have the U.S. title one more time. He still ain't going to have over 16 title reigns because it's not a main title. So it wouldn't even matter.
It wouldn't because he's won the U.S. title, I think, 3 or 4 times. There's no type of prestige in him winning the title at all.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm picking Theory for that match. And then also for whoever faces Bobby Lashley. I'm just going off the head. I'm picking Bobby Lashley.
You know what? Lashley better win. They be fucking my man over too much.
Give my man Lashley that dub.
Seriously, bro. Get him not even just a dub, because he actually been getting dubs. Get him a legitimate dub.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like a legitimate, like not no DQ count out, somebody jumping in, helping him. Like, get him legit dub that he deserves, because man, he has his credentials just proves like how good he is, and he don't need shit like that. Like, he don't need somebody sneaking in. Oh, I'm gonna attack him while the ref is down, and Bobby Lashley wins. Like his second WWE title reign, he didn't need that, for Roman to win. If they would have just,
I think that's why Bobby probably wouldn't want to go back to the Hurt Business, because they was coming in a lot of his matches, interfering in his shit. And it's like, Bobby he's too big. Like we talk about, when you a big ass nigga, why is somebody jumping in your matches?
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true.
So I think Bobby probably, like, they was making him seem like he wasn't the almighty, because these niggas was jumping in damn near all his matches when he was a champion. So it's like they made Bobby reign not seem as legit either, because they kept interfering in his shit. So it's like, when you do that, they don't realize you making a person that has the title look weak. Like, Roman had a good reign, but most of his matches he cheated too.
Right. Yeah, and that's crazy, because people think that he, I love Roman right now, but people think that all his title reigns have been successful, but no, he has had the help of everybody in the bloodline.
Everybody. I said down to Paul Heyman helping.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the only legitimate wins he had is before Jimmy and Jay joined him.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, shout out to the
Well,
new
I'll
edition.
say this: Survivor
Shout out to
Series. I don't know what it was. Survivor Series 2020 or 2021. It was actually a legitimate win against Drew McIntyre when Drew was the WWE champion. That was like the last time it was a legit win.
Yeah.
Without them coming in to interfere.
I think especially if Roman like plans to really like drop both titles and just take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I'm cool with Roman keeping the Universal Championship because I know they're trying to have him have one of the longest title reigns. So I was cool with him keeping that one title, but I'm like, he got to lose another one. You can't keep both of them motherfuckers. Like, keep the Universal because that's the one he had it for 900 days is the Universal title on SmackDown. So I'm like, I'm cool with him keeping that and going down in history with one of the longest title reigns. That's fine. But damn, like, both of them, that's just unnecessary.
True.
Yeah,
So,
let Cody break that up, take that back to Raw, and then, you know, that's how you have the Raw champion, but let Roman stay the champion here, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get the you get the Jay and Roman storyline.
Yeah, you could build up to that for next year at WrestleMania, and then that might be Roman last time, and now he didn't have the title for shit. Because Bruno Sammartino, how many days he had that motherfucker?
He was at least over 1,000. He was champion.
Think they did.
Yeah,
so he had 1,000.
No, I think Roman has beat Bruno by now.
I think if Roman hits 1,000, he beats Bruno.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up because that is
look that up just to be sure.
Because I'm like, how long did he have it? But I was like, I know that they might be trying to get because it hasn't been done in so many years for somebody to have a title reign so long. So I'm like, they might be trying to get Roman to have the longest one, and he could just be like, okay, that's it. And I'm fine with that. But damn, he got to drop one of them. So Bruno Sammartino had it for 1,237 days.
Ooh.
Hulk Hogan, 1,400 days.
Ooh.
Bob Backlund, 2,100 days. And Bruno Sammartino had it for 2,800 days.
Oh, he's not passing Bruno.
He's
not passing because it's not that time no more. I don't think that can slide.
I don't need a champion to be.
Yeah. He's not passing
that long.
Not that long. We need new faces because you gotta think about it. The fan base of this era, they have short attention spans.
Oh my god, yes they do. So they start doing stuff right away.
7 years, 8 months, and 1 day. Oh yeah, ain't nobody attention span staying up that long.
Bruno Sammartino got 2 of the longest title reigns because he in the number 4 spot and the number 1 spot.
Yeah, he would have to have multiple character changes for me to
Roman might beat number 5, which is Pedro Morales, because he had about 27 days.
I mean, Yeah, I mean,
I think.
Yeah, top 5 is not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Top 5, that's not bad. And he guaranteed WWE basically guaranteed him a spot in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's definitely a shoe-in Hall of Famer. No matter what. I'm gonna go ahead and in this episode of It's So Rando, I want to thank Curbside and Jasmine Rose for joining us here. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and we are out.